Hi sweeties, how you all doing? In today's tutorial, I'll be showing us how I made this beautiful fitted dress with an asymmetric neckline and a funnel sleeve. I already have the video on how to cut and sew the down part of this dress in my channel. In case you've not seen it, you can go to my channel and check it out. So I folded my fabrics. I folded it once, and I'll be taking a neck depth of 3 inches for this dress. I'm not going to cut out the neckline for now. You know, it's an asymmetric. I'm just putting it there for guide. So my chest line is 8 inches. You already know how to get your chest line, your bust measurements divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So my bust point is 10.5 inches. My under bust is 14 inches and my half length is 17 inches. My hip line is 24 inches and the length of this dress is 36 inches. So I'm taking a neck width of 3 inches. Remember I said I'm not cutting out this neckline. I'm just inputting it for guide. So I'll go ahead and take my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Unfold. My shoulder measurement is 16 inches divided by 2, and that will give me 8 inches. So I'll go down to my chest line and take the same 8 inches. Then I will now connect the line, and that line will serve as my armhole line. So I will divide it into 2. That will give me 4 inches. From there, I'll go in by 0.75 inch. Then I will connect my armhole. I'll create my armhole curve. So the next thing I will do is to take my nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches. Divided by 2, and that will give me 4 inches. I will add half an inch for sewing allowance. I will take that to the end of the gown, to the down part. Then I will connect the lines. Then I will go ahead and take my darts. I'm taking 1.5 inches from the both side, and I'm taking it from my half length first. Next is my under bust. Both are all 1.5 inches. So I'll go to my hip line. I will take 0.5 inch for both sides. You can decide not to take your darts around your hip line. You can just stop at 2 inches before your hip line. So I'll connect my darts lines. So from my bust point, I came down by 1 inch. Then I will go up by half an inch. So I'll go ahead and create my dart curve. Then I will come to my armhole and create my armhole dart. From the midpoint I came down by 1 inch. Then from the same midpoint I went up by 1 inch. Then I will connect it. I will connect one to the side front, then the other one to the center front. So that's it. So because of the 2 inches that I'm cutting out, so I will add it to the side front part so that it won't be shorter when I'm joining it to the front part. So always remember this. The 2 inches that I'm cutting out, I'm just replacing it. So I will take my bust measurements divided by 4, which is 9.5. Then I will add this 1.2 inches that I'm cutting out here. That will be about 10.25. Then I will add 2 inches for sewing allowance. So my round underbust is 32 inches divided by 4, which is 8 inches. I will add a 1.5 inches I took from both sides. That will give me about 11 inches. Then I will add 2 inches for sewing allowance. Always replace your darts. So I will do the same thing around my upper half length, upper round waist. It's just the same thing with my round underbust. So my hip measurement is 40 inches divided by 4, that's 10, plus this half inch I took around my hip. That will give me 11 inches. Then I will add 2 inches for sewing allowance. So whatever I have around my hip, I will remove 1.5 inches from it. Then I will put it on the down part of my dress. Then I'll go ahead and cut. Just watch and see the part I'm cutting out. This is almost how you go about your 6 inches dress. Only that this one doesn't have any flare in it. It's just straight. And 6 inches you have to stop around before your heel, before your nail, to create your flare. So this is what it looks like after cutting. So I'll be joining it. I will open it up, then I'll be joining the 2 side front to the center front. So I'm taking a notch around my underbust so that I will not miss that point when I'm joining it together. Just to make sure that your sewing is aligning. That's the sense of notching it. So I'll go ahead and cut the back parts. So this is the back part. I've already measured out 1 inch for my zip allowance. So I will take 1 inch depth for my back neckline, 3 inches width, 8 inches for my chest line, my half length, which is 17 inches, my hip line, which is 24 inches, then followed by the length of my gown, which is 36 inches. So I've connected all the lines. So I will take my nipple to nipple, which is 4 inches plus ½ inch sewing allowance. I will still take it to the down part of the dress, so I will connect the lines. So I'll go to my half length and take my dart, which is half inch for both sides. So I'll connect it to my chest line. The back part, I stopped my dart around at about 2 inches before my hip line. So my bust measurement is 38 divided by 9 divided by 4, which is 9½ inch. So I didn't take my shoulder measurements. So I'll connect it. So I'll add 1 inch to it. That's my round underbust, my round waist, which is 32 divided by 4, 8. I take my hip measurement. I'm adding 2 inches sewing allowance. Always get your measurements right. So I'll connect them together. That's all my horizontal measurements. My bust, which is 38 divided by 4, that's about 9½. So I'll connect them together. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is what the back part look like. I will open the zip allowance, cut it open. So I always join it from the down part. This is how I'm going to join them. I will join it from the down part. The side front and the center. This is the side back and the center back. I will do the same thing to the front part. Did you see that? This is the front part. This is my lining. I'll cut the lining with the main fabrics. I'll do the same thing to the back part. Then I will still use it to cut out the hairstay. So this is the hairstay. The next thing I will do is to cut out my breast pad. This is my wedding. So this I'm going to gum it to my dress. So I'll cut for the center front. The first one I cut was for the side front. So this is it. From 6 inches, that's where you place your breast pad. That's 6 inches from your shoulder. So I will iron my hairstay on it. Then before I will now iron the breast pad. So I normally put hem gum under for easy stay. Then sprinkle water on it, then you iron. So this is the back parts and the front parts together. I want to cut out my asymmetric neckline. So I'm placing the front on top of the back parts, wrong side facing each other. So I will take 3 inches from the center. The asymmetric part is on the left side. So I'm taking 3 inches from the center to the right part. So from there I will now connect it to the armhole. I will come down by 4 inches from my shoulder. 4 inches from my shoulder. Then I will now connect it. I said from the center I took 3 inches to the right side. So that's where I'm going to connect it to. Remember, my shoulder width is 3 inches. So because I'm cutting out the left side, so I have to take the 3 inches to the right side. So from there I will now cut out my neckline. So this is what it looked like. So because of this I have to join the back together. I will still lose it because I have to turn the neck with the lining before I will now join the zip area. So I join it with a loose stitch, the back part. Always place the front one on top of the back, wrong side facing each other each time you're making this kind of maybe one hand dress, one shoulder dress. So that's how you go about it. But when you are cutting for the lining, the right side has to face each other. See what I'm showing you? This is the lining. Remember, you're going to turn the neck with the lining, so that's why the right side has to face each other. If the right side face each other, that means, if the wrong side face each other, that means you are cutting, it will not rhyme. So I did the same thing to the back. So I've turned the neck, I've turned the front neckline. Can you see how it's looking? So this is for my sleeve, for my funnel sleeve. The length of my sleeve is 19 inches for the folded part. Then the down part where the funnel effect is, I'm taking 24 inches. So I came down by 5 inches from my shoulder. Then from there, I will create my armhole. My round armhole is 18 inches, so that is 9 inches right there. Then the 5 inches I came down by 5 inches from my shoulder. That's where I'm connecting my armhole. So my bicep is 8 inches. This is it. So I'm taking my measurement from there, my bicep measurement, which is 13 inches. That's the upper part of your hand, the biggest part of your hand. So mine is 13 inches divided by 2, so I took 7 inches. Then my round elbow is 11 inches, so I took 12 inches, 1 inch for sewing allowance. Just watch what I'm doing. That's how I create my funnel. The down part I took 15 inches on fold. Please, whatever you don't understand in this tutorial, always let me know in the comment section. I'll be right there to answer to your questions. So this is what the sleeve look like. You can decide to make it wider than this. You can decide to start your flay before your elbow, but I started mine around my elbow. So I came up by 1 inch because I don't want that pointy effect. Came up by 1 inch at the ending side. I said my flay part, the funnel part, mine started from my elbow. You can decide to start from your bicep, anywhere you want to start it, but make sure you don't go above your bicep because it will not look like flay. That particular effect it will give will not be there. So this is it. I've cut it out with my lining and my main fabrics. So I turned the down parts with the lining. Then I top stitch on the lining. So this is what it looked like. This is my sleeve. Can you see that? This dress is very beautiful. The manicure is not the size of the dress. We are almost at the end of this tutorial. So the next thing I will do is just to join the sleeve, then join the back part of the dress to the front part, then join the flay around the down parts. So that is it about this tutorial. Then create a smaller sleeve for the left side of the dress. That's the off shoulder part. So guys, this is all about this lovely dress. Please, in case you've not subscribed to my channel, please I'm begging you, please subscribe, and don't forget to put on your notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Bye.